That phone really is slow.
All right, guys, welcome to another
What's going on,
episode
guys?
of Good Pickins. We have
Yeah.
guests tonight.
Hi.
We got Zesty over here. We've got Hilary over here. They should be no strangers to the channel, either my channel or Marcus's channel. So, how's it
That
going tonight,
thumbnail's
guys?
awesome. I just seen the
I
thumbnail for
actually
the
still
for the
haven't
live.
seen it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
I saw the thumbnail. And I'm like, Zesty is just a literal pile of plush. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I just want to say
Yeah,
that
man.
she picked it out.
I
So-
did. I did pick it
I
out.
approve.
Zesty's got that design background though, so it's
I do
no
have an
stranger.
art degree. You're right, and I have to use it somehow. So I'm
Right.
glad it's
Makes sense.
being put to use.
Yeah.
Also,
You
guys,
can
just
see.
let us know if Zesty's levels are a little low. You know, make sure that her
I,
volume's good.
I hear you just fine.
My
I just wanna
iron
make
count's
sure-
You
a
guys
little
actually
low.
look better
Your
on
iron
you look
count's-
better on live than you do on this screen.
Well, that's good.
I
Well,
love
what I'm
it.
saying is because like you guys are both cut off on my computer, but on the phone I can see you guys.
Oh yes, yeah. I made sure to set us up right. So,
I didn't think to bring it up on the phone. I should probably do that so I can like see the chat.
Yeah,
but
right.
anyway, what's up, Missouri
Ray doesn't
Outdoors?
use StreamYard like normal people.
Now he's got to be extra so we can play with all the audio levels and stuff.
Right.
Hey, I like to have it.
What's
You
up,
know,
Mr. Shaq?
I like to do the little touches to the production.
Yeah,
You know,
I get it. I
Right,
get
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you'll probably see him adjust my microphone a few times. They'll be like, "Hey, it's right here, right here."
or I'll just hit the volume up on the mixer.
He's just like DJing over here.
Turn her up. Turn
Right,
yourself
hey.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep. But anyway, what's up, Miss Lachey? She says, "Pretty girl takeover tonight." I mean, you know,
Hi, Miss
Zesty's
Lachey.
adorable. Yep. Heck yeah.
Oh, hello, Tank.
we got a tank in here now. It's a.
Hey,
Here we are at
what's
the
up,
party.
Tank?
See?
He's
That's
obviously
what the
he's
people really
obviously a mama's boy. Like,
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with him, man.
What are you
He's
playing
a
with?
good boy.
Come on.
He's back there chilling.
Yeah, he's just really having a great
he
time.
loves that.
so recently we were talking about manga in our Discord server, which, by the way, it's completely free to join if you guys haven't. Come chat with us in there. But Hilary, you just had a $300 manga set sale today, right?
I
Right.
did. I gotta pack that up
Congratulations.
to go ship out tonight. So yes, no, I sold a full set of a manga called Fruits Basket, which I was talking about it on Marcus's
Just talking
live
about it on my
actually when I
live.
popped in. Yeah, because I just got it recently. I got it listed, and even though it wasn't in great shape, it still sold for $349.99. There
That-
goes
That's
Marcus's
what's up.
I was
phone.
gonna say that was great timing. That was
Yeah.
That
really
was really
good.
good timing.
Um,
Keep talking about sales. We can do this all
Yes.
night.
No, I've had a damn good day of sales. I've sold over $500 worth of stuff. So I mean,
That's what's up.
obviously.
Dang.
It's a lot because of that manga. That's not typical for daily sales, but
Right.
oh, guess what else I have to pack up tonight, Ray?
What's that?
Rock band drum set.
Good luck with that.
Nice. Gotta love
Also,
it.
Marcus, can you please stop showing off? Okay.
Come on.
No, that was me accepting the offer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He just has cha-ching set up for all of his alerts. I get like different
Right.
noises.
That's
and
exactly
know
what
what
it
it is.
is.
right.
Yeah.
It's, You
Reminders.
guys found me out. It's all lies.
What
I
if?
got, I
Alarms.
got I've got alarms set that go off throughout my lives. It sounds like
He's gotta put on a show to make it seem like he actually,
Right.
sells stuff.
like I do a little something.
I need the receipts.
No, I was gonna say I bet Marcus has that as his ringtone, or not ringtone, but alarm tone in the morning. It's
I was
just cha-ching
checking, man.
sounds over and
You see
over
the
and
notification-
over.
Well, maybe you don't see the notification right there, but
I believe
it
it.
says your item has sold. And it wasn't even a big sale, guys. It was just $5. So
Hey,
you
$5
know,
is $5.
sometimes it's not- well, it's items that's been on sale. So since I have an abundance of items and I only have a little bit of storage, once
Right.
I've had it on there for so long, I just start fire selling. Dude, I'm running 65% off sale of anything that's over a certain amount.
Be
Everything's
right
still
back. Going to
profitable.
Marcus's store buying new clothes.
Right. Hey, you get it while you can. So,
Right.
it's just a way for me to burn through old inventory. It's been there for 9 months now, 8 months
Right.
since January. So,
I mean,
Just
with
trying
your
to
low
get rid of
cost of
stuff.
goods, though, you're at least breaking even with that $5 sale,
yeah,
after fees
I
and
mean, I'm
whatnot. So
still
you're not
probably
losing
making
money.
like $1.
Right. I was
So-
thinking about doing that similarly with the booth because we were prepping this big, huge, like restock because we didn't really do anything in July in regards to ad inventory in the booth specifically. But we still had really great sales without trying harder than just having the stuff there, which is why I love having a booth. It's just kind of, it's that in
It's
person.
such passive income.
Right. And it's I'll be honest, like you're stepping into like the clothing game and you're like, is this a blouse? And I'm like, that's why I love having a booth. I can just say this is a button up and it's a women's large. If you like it, you'll see it and touch it and take it. Yep. Whereas y'all have to be super specific in like the measurements, making lots and lots of pictures. Like I could literally have no tags and be like smallish and it's still fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yo, Chief Stacks coming through with the super chat. Yo, thank you so much. Chief Stacks says, "What's good? Making dinner while tuning in. Then we're gonna organize my inventory system and list." From love from the Dallas Bins boys. Yo, thank you, Chief.
Hey,
really appreciate it.
First of all, Chief Stacks though, guys, like if you don't know much about him, he's like he's a reseller, but he also runs his own hookah bar, man.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Legit,
that's
like
tight.
bottles with the sprinkler, with what they're called, the sprinklers. You know, like turn up bottle
sparklers.
service. Sparklers. That's
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
I was like, what bar is this?
Yeah, I want to go.
My kids were out running in the sprinklers.
But so, yeah, like check his Instagram out sometimes, man. He's got cool little live parties and stuff going on, man. Yeah, it's like a whole. If you're in the Dallas area, go turn up.
I
Yo,
would
that's-
love to
Smoke some
go
hookahs
to
and
the
stuff.
Dallas Bins.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just want to
yeah.
go. I just want to go to the Bins in
Well,
Texas.
which
Period.
Dallas Bins? There's like
There's
it's
more
like
than
5 or
one.
6.
There's 6 of
Yeah.
them.
Same
There's
with
6 of them in
there's
one
6 in
city.
with Houston. Yeah, Houston has 5 or 6 too.
Give me your
See, I'm so
stuff.
jealous that you guys have 2 in one city. We have 1 in one state.
Well, it's
Ugh.
not necessarily
Like-
one city. It's like St. Louis County and then St. Louis City.
I feel like Dallas and Houston will say the same things. But again, I don't.
Yeah, but that's in West Dallas. This is in East Dallas. Yeah,
Right,
no, we have one in our whole state, but tiny state is tiny. Like the population of our entire state here is smaller than the population of the city of St. Louis.
Right.
Really?
So tiny. Yeah.
That's
well,
crazy.
the population
People
of
do
New
have-
Hampshire, I think it's like just over 1 million people. It's like 1.3 million people. That's it
For the whole state?
for the whole state.
Yeah, it is pretty tiny. St. Louis isn't that large. It's like 800,000.
Is,
Okay,
well,
so
that's
it's close.
but that's
let's Google it.
combining.
That's if
That's
you're not
combining the
counting
city
the
and the
county.
county, though, right? Or no?
I believe so. We're going to look it up.
And
Yeah.
yo,
I'll tell you
Chief,
guys right
I
now.
hope that your organizing goes well. It's always an uphill battle, you know. It's so I hope
Y'all
it goes
don't want
good.
to see the
Yes, it
state of
is.
my basement right now after that big pickup that my husband got. There's
man.
stuff everywhere.
I can only imagine.
Oh
I
my
mean-
God.
The city of St. Louis is only 379,000.
But
It
that's the
seems-
city,
so-
Yeah,
not the
that's-
county
It's-
included.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the stats I was looking at were different then. I apologize.
No, I
Probably
think
just
you're still
including
pretty.
the county.
St. Louis
Yeah.
County is 996,179.
Yeah, so it'd be over a
So,
milli with them
It'd be over a
combined.
mil together.
Yeah,
Right. Okay,
So,
that
yeah,
makes sense. That
that's
So you're right. You're right. It's about the same. Uh-oh.
yeah.
Help me. Sorry.
Don't
guys.
But
breaking
no.
no more phones.
Actually, Missouri Outdoors was saying just before we went live that he went
Yeah.
to the Bins today, and he said it was the
nice.
busiest he's ever seen it. And I'm like, well, since the Bridgeton Bins is closed because of flooding,
That makes sense.
you know, they,
Oh, you guys have lots of flooding in your area.
Yes.
Jeez,
well,
okay.
yeah, we've had a crazy amount
That
of
Bins in
rain.
particular
And-
is down in like a valley though.
It's in a floodplain, so it's no surprise
Gotcha.
that it got flooded.
Right.
But now
You guys have
everybody's
flooding.
coming.
We have extreme heat up here, so everything is dry as a bone. We're starting to get wildfires and stuff, which is not
Really?
typical.
That's
for
not
this
typical
area.
for your area.
No,
No,
not at all.
not really.
Yeah.
No, I mean
That's
we do have
crazy.
lots of wooded areas too, so it's a concern. So yeah, no, today's
These are
temperature
wild
was
times.
99 degrees.
Oh yeah, we keep getting weird 100-degree days, and then we get the
Yeah.
rain, like the
Yeah.
torrential downpour, and then we get a bunch of
We haven't gotten to
mosquitoes, and then we make some more sales, and then we get some more rain, and it just keeps.
No,
Yeah.
we don't make sales.
repeating.
Marcus makes sales.
Thank you.
Missouri
Let me
Outdoors says
correct
Denver
myself.
has 6 bins too.
That's crazy. I thought
I
Denver
wish
had
we
like
6
2.
bins.
I didn't know that either. Denver had.
I love
so
Denver.
Many.
I'm going to Denver. Let's go.
Man,
Trying to
Forever?
take me a
No,
trip.
not forever.
Oh, okay.
Forever. She sounds so.
Damn, hot
See
down
ya.
there.
I
I'm complaining about
assumed
the
you were
heat
going
up
too.
here. We're not made for this.
Is that a Wonder Woman shirt you got on, or is that what
It's
about?
a it's a dress. It's actually like reversible. The opposite side is like the Wonder Woman outfit.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yes.
okay.
That's
My
cute.
my 9-year-old tried convincing me to wear like the headband crown thing that she has. He's like, you need to wear it so you're Wonder Woman, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that on live.
You should have. You should have. Yo,
I
Chief,
should have, yeah.
Chief coming in again, dropping another $5 on the super chat. Says, yes, sir, it's Ben's Day, and I run a hookah catering company. That's actually really smart. At clubs all over Dallas, and I private label hookahs, smoke shop, plus accessories and cannabis edibles. That you sound like you have it set up. That's
Let's
sounds
travel.
like
That's
an
a
awesome
I
really
like
What's got it
yeah.
going on, man?
That's
'Cause
a rad setup.
I was gonna say that's actually better than having a brick and mortar hookah bar because you're just providing the hookah at the places that are already popular. So
Yep, and a lot of times they already have the licensing to do whatever, like their alcohol license or anything like that. So
yeah,
you have less to worry about that way.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
we do have a few hookah bars in town. There's vape shops everywhere.
same.
Yeah, that's the way life is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep,
Your
for
husband
sure.
said my wife is a dork.
Yes, yes, which is why how I found Ray's channel actually
Mhm.
is the two of them were dorking out looking for video games, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Nice.
I'll check them out. They're acting like geeks on camera and goofing off and stuff. I'm like, these are my
No,
I will watch.
All the time.
especially Zesty, but
Oh my
that's
gosh,
why we
you're-
love her.
Your blooper reels lately are hilarious. Please don't.
Dude, the
ever stop
bloopers
those.
are on 10, dude. I
Yeah.
love it.
Right? Those
Dude,
are great.
we really appreciate that because like I work hard on editing them. She works hard on making them. I feel like.
I just turn on when the camera's on and I
You
say
just
what's
do content.
I say what just happens to come out,
Yeah.
and that's just pure Zesty.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Yeah.
takes
Yeah,
usually, unless it's by myself and I go, please don't ever use that part. Like I record myself saying that. Like
Record yourself
if you
threatening
use
Ray,
that,
like if you use
like-
this, I will cut you.
yeah, well, I mean I won't do any harm to you, especially on a public like forum like this. But no, I mean I didn't say anything when you filmed and didn't edit out my wedgie picking in that last video. I was like, I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, yep, I done did that. All right, next.
in there.
I obviously did not see it while I was editing either. So like when I read the comment, I just started laughing because I'm just like,
Oh my God.
Oops.
there's no reeling back from that. I'm not going to take the video
Yeah,
down,
it's
edit
live.
it, and yeah,
Yeah.
like
Right.
it's
It's
out
not
there.
like I'm not crossing any guidelines or
No.
anything. It's not like I'm gonna get
No.
the
He's
shadow
He's not
ban for
profane.
my
It was pure
wedgie.
zestiness, and we love it.
Exactly.
Right, I mean-
like
Human.
exactly. Like
Yeah,
you know,
you know
people
what?
pick their wedgies.
Everyone, you know what? Everybody poops.
Everybody,
Everybody's gonna get a
Everybody
wedgie
poops.
sometimes.
Read that book.
especially when you're garage sailing.
Yeah, digging through those Tupperware boxes. You gotta dig to win.
Yeah, you guys have like a Tupperware hoard now after
Oh,
that big
yeah.
She's
war.
got the stash, man.
Yeah, there's like-
You should take a picture of me in the bathtub. Fully clothed.
Actually, that's a great idea for
Fully
a picture.
clothed.
That would look
Yeah.
great on Instagram.
And just a bunch of Tupperware.
We're doing it.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
We're doing
That's
it.
my
Yeah, yeah.
that's my boudoir photo op for my new fiance is me covered in Tupperware and Pyrex.
That's
That's
hilarious.
awesome. Oh my God.
No, I love that. I love that. We gotta do that.
Now,
Yeah,
Zesty,
see?
do you collect anything else besides the Tupperware? Because I mean, I know at this point it's got to be a collection as well.
Well, and it actually started out as I was trying not to collect a lot of stuff because I had so much because before I met Ray and before I do the job I do now, I was a manager of a consignment shop that only did home goods and no clothes at all. So I had a great time picking out a bunch of stuff for myself, or my family loves to pass things down or help me out, and I thrifted before all of this too. So
Right.
that being said, I definitely inherited all of my grandmother's Tupperware, which is where like the love started at. And so
okay.
I have like her old Tupperware canisters, and like we keep adding on pieces I didn't know existed, which then like made me noticeably see it out in the wild, and then like kind of just gravitate towards it because it felt familiar. And then
I swear, if you ever want to collect anything, you will find it at the thrift
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
right, exactly, and especially when you're not looking for it, that's the best feeling. It's just
That's
to be
how it
like,
happens.
what, you
Yeah.
know. So I mean, I collect more now. Like ever since we met, we could talk about this forever, but like McDonald's memorabilia.
All the McDonald's.
is a thing
The
now.
chicken nuggies.
I lost count how many nuggies I have.
I love the
have
nuggets.
Yeah, there's a couple
I was just
of
talking to my brother about that.
Remember
yeah,
the ones with like the little outfits and stuff? I
right.
love those things. One had a hat.
Not to boost myself here, but you're about to
Boost it.
do
I
it.
was yep.
So I, for some reason, felt the need to start making my own little McNugget Buddy illustrations.
Oh, you did.
So
Nice.
Yeah, so
if you check out my
Check
art
her out on
Insta,
Instagram.
yeah, my
yes,
art
I put her
Insta.
Insta handle in the chat, guys.
Yeah.
Go check them out. I mean, like
They're adorable.
they-
I love them.
her art
Thank you.
is amazing, and like she
It
does
is.
all the merch stuff for us. We just got magnets in, so
Yes.
we're working on little sticker magnet,
Yes.
maybe some keychains.
I'll let y'all know of
We'll
a
see.
secret. Anybody who's watching right now or later, there's a little secret on our homepage. There's a tiny little secret link that says, "Hey, buy Good Game Grabs merch here." And right now, it's live that you can buy a choice of one of 2 stickers. I'll leave that alone. You'll have to go figure and discover it out yourself. But the magnets will be live soon, and then once that is, I'll announce it more publicly. But we'll get the sneak peek and let me know what you see and what you find.
It's
Yeah,
it's in the infancy stage right
Very very baby square site,
Oh, you
but
guys are adorable.
um,
now. Hey, that means a lot.
I just
Thank
followed you.
thank you.
That's
Thank you.
sweet.
But
No,
yeah,
seriously.
The plan is to keep on making merch, whether it's Good Game Grabs or it's stuff that I just think would be cool to make or sell. So I totally let me know if you have any ideas. It does not have to be our channel related, but I already see a trash taxi sticker
Yeah.
in our future.
I'm going to be messaging you on Insta for sure. You're going to get all kinds of messages from me in a bit.
Oh
For
yeah,
real.
for sure, for sure.
Like,
And
we're
we
going
can
to play with this.
yeah, and we could totally talk about it in the Discord too. So if anybody else had like ideas, but
Good idea.
yeah, so
Yes.
it's a fun little like 2 worlds combine venture that
It
I'm
is,
excited to really ramp up.
Yes, I'm
So,
excited too. I'm
yeah.
excited too. Like I want her to spread her artistic wings and really
Yeah.
dig into some stuff. I wonder if we would get a C&D though from like doing stuff with the illustrations of the McNuggets. Do you think we would get in trouble?
Well,
with
and that's why
McDonald's?
I
Take
would
the
be
M's off.
right.
Take the M's
so
off and then
so
you
Yeah.
if I go to that way, I'd probably flip the M upside down, which is actually full circle a lot of what like manga and like anime do, because like the Whack Donald's was like in one of the first like they always have like one letter off so people know what they are, but it's copyright.
Well,
not
they do that in
copyright
Japan
infringement.
too. Like
Yep.
instead of having KFC over there, they have KFG.
Right. Especially in like shows where they don't want to go through finding the copyright like
You don't wanna pay
label.
for it.
Yeah. So that being said, yes, that's why and that's where my brain is thinking. So one, I would never label them to be McDonald McNuggets. So like this last dude, I made a little sports nuggie, so he'd be McSports. So like I'm referring to it but not saying it out loud, you know what I mean? But yes, I would definitely want to alter it so I'm not making money off of something that is licensed, a licensed product. That's definitely where you got to be careful.
For sure.
Gotcha.
For sure. Also,
So now she's got her collection. Ray's got his, which is illuminated brightly in the background.
a little too much.
Very
And
brightly.
then, now,
Oh,
Marcus,
right.
do you collect anything?
I don't
Other than
collect
money.
nothing. I used to collect sneakers,
Right.
kind of, sort of. But then I was like, I got too many sneakers. I need to get rid of these things, and I started selling them. So now
that
I'm
how
back
you
to
started
collecting
reselling?
nothing. That is how I
That's
started
funny.
reselling.
Really?
That's why I have a sneaker channel called Sneaker Geeker.
That's really
awesome.
funny.
I actually really enjoy that
Sneaker
name.
Channel. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Sneaker Geeker, yes.
So that's how I got my start in the whole reselling industry. But sneakers were just really difficult to acquire on a mass level
Yeah,
to
like
be able to
big
make
high ones, too.
good. Yeah, like if you don't have a bot, then it's like almost impossible to get enough pairs to make substantial money at it. So I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Forget
I
this.
can't
I'm
do it in
going
this area
thrifting.
because Rinzi lives near me, so he keeps sourcing at my
Right.
stores.
We'll see, and then like it's different. Like if you're gonna do the method that they do, that was easy for
Yeah.
me to do, and that's what I'm doing now, just nowhere near on the scale that they do it at.
Right,
And since
right.
this guy right here works at a thrift store, he picks me out all the good pairs.
He hooks you up.
That's that good hookup right
That's
there.
the cheat code.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So that helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
It's just all bread and butter, though. You know what I mean? There are times where he'll give me like some Red Wing boots that sell for like $100, but
Nice.
for the most part, that's the only reason why I still sell shoes. If he wasn't bringing me good pairs, I don't enjoy cleaning shoes. So if I had to put in a lot of work to acquire them, I'd probably just turn up on clothing even more. You know what I mean?
And at the bins, it's hard to get good quality, clean
Right.
shoes.
Yeah.
They're a
Yeah, that
mess
ain't happening.
usually.
Clean is it's very rare. Like I
Yeah.
found one pair of shoes with Ray. Right the day that I crashed my car, I found some Emmett Smith Reeboks, and they didn't require no cleaning. The only thing that I had to do was buy new shoelaces for them, and they were
Okay.
pristine. I sold them for like $90.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Doesn't cover the cost of you totaling your car, but it comes close,
No, not at all. But
That would have been cool if it was exactly as much as your car damage was worth.
Oh,
That's how you-
jeez.
That would be
That would have
wild.
to be
Should've
one
filmed
killer
the
pair of
whole
sneakers,
car.
man.
I should have filmed it, right? Because I was filming on my way, and I was like, "Look at all the snow on the ground, guys. This is looking real sketchy." And then like I crashed the car, and then I just didn't even use that footage. I was like, I don't want to exploit myself, you know what I mean? But I probably should have.
You
Your
probably
insurance
should have.
company is
Yeah, that
calling
would have been
you.
good
Probably
content.
should've.
Like,
That
this
would've
is
been
how
good.
not to make money.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
Right. Yeah, your insurance
should've done
agent is like, could you not say and
Yeah.
record stuff
Dude,
like that,
This
please?
is the thing, right? I had only been insured by that company for a week when I got in that accident. They
Oh,
took my
jeez.
car.
But at
Oh,
least you
wow.
were, and
And you
that's
had
what
insurance, yes.
matters.
Always buy insurance. Miss Lachey is saying she has a collection of cake holders.
Really?
Oh, cute.
So,
I bet those
like
are
cake-
cute.
You cook
Like-
the cake in?
Cake holders, probably like cake plates. Like,
Mhm.
Oh.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
either cake plates or cake risers. I know that's something that it's
Yeah.
especially for displaying. I don't necessarily have a lot, minus like the few Target ones I probably have lying around, but I bet there's some pretty cute ones, especially retro,
They can be
like
pretty,
antique
yeah.
ones.
I love how Marcus and I were just cavemen and were just like, what is this cake
What's
holder?
his cake holder?
Yeah, what?
It holds
Now-
it holds
I
cakes.
started a collection because of thrifting, and it's growing pretty quickly. I need a good place to display it, but you recognize
Uranium
the colors.
glass.
I think. He recognizes it. Yep.
That's for uranium glass.
That's pretty cool.
I
It is very cool.
absolutely have a secret wish to have like that one little like glass case with a black light and just have it on at all
Yes.
times.
See, we've got a couple black lights that we found at the thrift too, so it's like I could display it, but I don't have shelving to put it on. So I need like
Right.
a curio cabinet or something to show up at the thrift store so that I have a place to put it, because my 9-year-old with ADHD is like a bull in china shop gone crazy on meth. So I need a place that's enclosed to keep it away from him. But I want to display it because this is, ooh, I got a beetle on my head. What the heck? Crashing the show? Man. This is just one tiny piece. I've got some bigger pieces. I've got like a lemonade pitcher. I've got a cake stand, Miss Lachey, that glows. And I would love to show them
That's
off.
cute.
But this stuff starts because I can thrift it. Like, I found this for like $2 at a yard sale. But if I were paying full price for this stuff, going to like antique shops or like your vintage booths, this would be like $20. And
Right.
I would be broke as hell.
I
Right.
feel like we never find any of that style glass.
Well, one, it's different when you're not looking for it.
That's true.
I think also the way it's displayed at certain places, you may easily look over it to be possibly like that cheaper Coca-Cola glass looking, like
Yeah,
Steak and
yep.
Shake, like mock-up of that old
Yeah, because
Coca-Cola
this is just
glass.
a very pale green, so
Right.
it kind of looks like hand-blown glass would be, or like recycled glass. So
Right.
you wouldn't know. I actually carry this in my purse. This is a UV flashlight that I got on
That's
Amazon.
smart.
So I go up and down the glass aisles, and anything that glows comes home with me.
That's a really smart
You
idea,
can
especially
also
if you're
use
collecting.
those. You can use those to determine if sneakers are fake or not too.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
I've
can
heard
use it for
that.
a couple things. Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, Miss Lachey said Tupperware cake holders in particular, I guess, is what she's saying.
Ah.
And we've
So,
had plenty of those.
There was one in the last episode, that cake
There was. It just
carrier.
didn't have the big strap thing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm lucky and I find a good strap.
Find a good strap.
Sometimes I'm lucky and I find a good strap on the Tupperware cake holder.
What kind of podcast is this?
Yeah. This is taking a downward
I finished my
turn.
sentence.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and
Hit the
subscribe
like button,
for more Tupperware straps. No, but
Tupperware strap.
yes.
Yeah.
I also find a lot of those. It's hard my challenge with the Tupperware, which I always find some, like it still hasn't hit that like Pyrex craziness that I've seen lately. Which, you know, it deserves it, you know, let her live her best life. But my thing that I struggle with is deciding whether to take Tupperware home when it smells like your grandmother's basement. And by that I mean like musty, like bath water, like this needs to be aired out for 5 years.
Needs to
like,
be soaked in bleach.
Right. And so that's where I go, how bad do I want it?
Right.
So.
Now, see, Tupperware, a lot of times that can be remedied, but only to a point.
Right.
What the heck? This beetle is dive bombing my head. It's attracted to all the lights that I have up here that are making me nice and bright.
He just wants to be famous.
Basement beetle needs to piss off.
But I had a couple of flies in my storage unit earlier that just kept flying around me.
Like buzzing your head. Yeah, you're like, I'm trying to get work done.
They want to land right by my ear, and I'm just like,
okay. No, normally I don't have too many issues because I'm in my basement and that's where I list all the things. You would think there'd be a lot more. We do get spiders because basement.
Speaking of spiders, man, I did this bulk buyout, and I think the guy had all the inventory in like not outside storage, but like
not
climate controlled. Was there lots of spiders in there?
I wouldn't say lots of spiders, but I saw a couple of them while I was going through the inventory. Some of them were dead, but one was like a really big one, like crawling on the floor, and I had to stomp it out. You know?
Burn it down.
We get lots of like wolf spiders and stuff like that, which they can be mean even though they're small.
We get those here too.
My husband's down here with a racket, like ready to kill this beetle.
I forgot to tell you that I found a silverfish in the basement this morning. You know what I'm talking about when I say silverfish?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those little
Were you scared?
crawly thingies. Yeah.
They got too many legs.
They got too many legs.
I'd rather have those than spiders, though.
I would too, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll smack a spider.
But honestly, like our cats are probably really good about getting any of the few insects that we have.
It was right by the cat food.
I prefer to not have anything. But,
yeah. Me too, but I mean, in basements, it happens, so it's like we gotta just try and stay on top of stuff. Right. That's why most of my inventory is like in closed boxes. That helps to minimize anything. And all like the really plush stuff, I actually have in a plastic bin.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
So
and we're pretty smart about that. I mean, obviously, a bug is gonna be by the cat food. Like it's a bug, and it's food. But like there's also.
But honestly, like it also helps that we live in the city, so we don't live by any like heavily populated like wood areas, so
that also
you're not in Florida, so you don't have the mosquitoes that are the size of your head.
Right. And we have two cats too. That also helps.
One of the only things that I remember from when I lived in the city was like water bugs, maybe.
We get those.
You'll probably see them outside, but
those are creepy.
You don't want any of those in your inventory. Now, Ray, I know you recently moved your photography setup into your garage instead of your basement. Are you moving your inventory there too?
Actually, it I guess it was kind of confusing. I should have specified. I moved it to the other side of where my listing station is, or was rather.
Ooh, okay.
So like where when I was doing the live streams of listing stuff, that's where I had that computer set up just for the time being. And I actually took it out of there. I fixed it finally, but I took it out of there, and then I put my one listing station there for hard goods. And then now my existing station is going to be my clothing station, but all the inventory is still downstairs.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were like shifting things over because I know you were trying to make the garage like,
I think that's more of like a future when we get there sort of thing. There's steps to that, like I'm not just going to fly into it.
You probably need to make sure it's heated and air conditioned in there because I know it's separate from your house, so it may not already have that there. So
exactly, like I wanted to enlist the help of Papa Zesty and Papa Nabyar to come over and help me run some electrical stuff. Rock out the drywall on the ceiling, which is hard to do by yourself. Stuff like that. Yeah. So once that happens, also I need to fix something on my project car so I can get it to roll correctly, so I can get it out of there to do that work. It's a whole thing. So we'll get there.
Also, I really wish I could read chat out loud, but I have 80-year-old eyes and I can't read it. So you'll have to read it. It's too small.
I literally
making the window wider. I don't think it's going to help.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just use your elven eyes and read the chat.
No. Okay. I will.
Okay, thank you.
What's your
That's-
FIC?
Yes. Ellen, Michelle, what's up, everyone? Finally getting some pictures done while listening. Hey,
Oh.
that's the best time.
Is he Regulus?
Is he Regulus?
Regulus.
Yes.
My husband's down here like hunting for that beetle that's dive bombing me, but it's hiding from him now.
That's funny.
Missouri
Missouri out.
review says, I think the silverfish are attracted to cardboard.
Oh.
There's a lot of cardboard near that area.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
just that I don't like that.
There's a lot of cardboard right here. That's a
Yeah.
problem.
Well, your husband's gonna do it.
Inventory's been moving in and out of those bins a lot, so every bin does get checked on the regular to see what's in there.
Right.
Because also, I mean, I label things as to what generally is in the bin, but I don't exactly have it as organized as Marcus's, where it's all numbered. You just go and immediately grab it. I gotta fish around sometimes.
But
So
see,
those
with that
bins
being
do get
said,
checked.
though, I do have, my just because my stuff is sealed is the only reason why I have any comfort about it. But I
Right.
do find spiders in my boxes. When I go to consolidate the inventory, there'll be dead spiders in there. But
Yeah, I had to clean a printer yesterday that I packed up, and it had a dead spider sitting on it. So that's why
at
I've
least,
started wrapping some big things in plastic.
Right.
So I
at least
actually have
keep
a
it
roll of that.
safe,
Was it
right.
pallet wrap? It's like
Mhm.
Oh,
saran
yeah.
wrap, but
It's like
huge.
furniture. Like that's what I would use in my
Yeah.
old job to like help like not even like really wrap for protection, but more for scratches like on the
Yeah.
corners
Right.
of furniture. It's really
Yeah, I've been
really
wrapping
nice.
electronics in that.
There you go.
That's smart. Yeah. for sure.
Miss
It's because they're
Lachey.
on open shelves.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Miss Lachey, you can borrow one of my cats. They'll come get rid of
They'll come
those
eat your
roommates.
centipedes?
Yeah, those centipedes. No, thank you. Again, too many legs for me. No,
Maybe
thanks.
your cat can teach my cat how to earn her keep.
I have one cat that I can rely on for that. And she used to bring me a couple of cockroaches she found in my old place. And I was like, I love you, but this is disgusting. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many different gifts.
Ugh.
Speaking of, dude, guys, I killed a bird yesterday on the highway. I'm
What?
driving on the highway and a bird just flies directly into my windshield. out
Speaking of
nowhere.
death,
Yeah,
That's
I was on my way
wild.
to,
Wait, did
I
it
was on my
damage your
way-
windshield? Do you need a new windshield now? You got to go back to the bins and
no,
search for a new
but it
windshield.
did
with
leave
the
a
new phone?
white spot, like a white smudge on my windshield. Like,
It
which
pooped
was
on your
weird. It was a
windshield
white
when you
bird.
hit it, dude. You scared the crap out of it.
It died. It
Do
was
you-
dead. He killed himself.
guys, do you know what the last thing on that bird's mind was?
No.
Marcus's windshield.
His butt.
And
Yeah.
she'll be here all week.
But I live here.
I live here, she says.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, dude. I was just out of nowhere driving, and then boom! It was like, wow.
How to get
Me and my
scared?
brother
Yeah.
were like, it did, yeah, it was scared the crap out of us.
That's
What
We
kind
happened
of
didn't
to
bird
me.
expect
was
that.
it? Like a small bird, big bird? What are we talking?
I assume it was like, the size of a pigeon, maybe, because
Okay.
it thumped really, really hard. But
Because around here, wild turkeys will do that shit for fun.
What?
So
it's
yes,
just on
wild
the
turkeys
highway,
are
dude.
jerks, and Canadian geese when they're migrating back and forth. Oh my gosh, they will come after you. So us seeing wild turkeys and geese dead on the side of the road because they got hit by a car is a regular occurrence. It's a seasonal
Okay.
thing.
Man, we have deer
It's a
like that
seasonal
here.
thing, like a Christmas
Deer
episode.
and armadillo.
Now we don't have any
Yeah.
armadillos. It's too damn cold here for armadillos. But we've got deer, plenty of skunks, possums, raccoons,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. The usual.
Yeah, the armadillos was interesting because we didn't have those up until like what, 4 or
A
5
couple
years ago.
man.
Recently,
Yeah.
yeah.
Recent. Yeah.
So those
That's
are a
global
new
warming,
addition.
man.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Our neighbors have city chickens.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
We,
My
we
sister
Part of
has
my
chickens,
to
yeah.
have city chickens. Yeah.
I kind of want some. We kind of want some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
we have
don't
a
buy no
dog
eggs.
and 2 cats that might really think it's fun to like
Get in the
Right.
coop.
yeah.
murder them.
Yeah,
Would
that's true.
Tank be okay with chickens?
I
Well,
mean,
you
Tank
guys
would
can
probably
get some
vibe.
roosters and have cockfights.
I mean,
Sharpen
$5
up
a
the
fight.
No, he wants to do the legal stuff, Marcus. Shh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We don't say that on first rule about fight clubs. You don't talk about.
We don't talk about Fight Club. No.
Especially Cockfight
Right.
Club.
Nope.
Right,
That's way different.
I love how this podcast has like just gone downhill compared to your normal content.
It's
Normally it's like all about reselling, and I checked out
It's
this
the
really
beauty
cool
of it.
place.
It's
Yeah.
a
Now
really
we're like,
weird roller coaster,
cockfights.
and it's
Shut up.
It's
fine.
the beauty of 4 different personalities.
yeah, yeah.
You get
Yeah.
to see the real
Bring out the
hero
crazy.
guys.
Well, I mean, people regularly comment on our videos that they're just like, we love seeing the stuff that Zesty goes after because it's completely different than the stuff I go after.
Seeing the two of you go to the bins together is hilarious compared to when Ray goes alone. Ray goes alone, he's got like 5 things in his cart. Most of them are remotes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zesty always
He's
has
like,
a
total cost of goods was $3.62, guys.
Yep.
Zesty goes, and they have a cart mounded over with as much Tupperware and random nonsense as they could possibly fit in that thing without it falling over. They go out of the store when they're done, and they're like, cost of goods was $58.95.
Yep.
That will be $5,000.
And then we fight over whether or not we should take a vintage bread box home. That's
right. My husband and I are like that too, though. Like, you know, he goes in, he's looking for electronics and video games, and boom, that's it. Okay, I'm over there and I'm looking at blenders, I'm looking at face cream, I'm looking for uranium glass, I'm looking for all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm the one that comes with all, you know, the big cart full of stuff that costs a lot of money. But he goes by himself and he's like, I paid $20 and I got, you know, 5 game systems, this is cool. But other times he walks out empty-handed. I rarely walk out empty-handed. So I'm like Zesty in that I find all the random things.
Yeah.
But I try and be a little bit more conservative with what I think is worth my time now, and that's a hard lesson that I've had to learn over the past year.
Oh, I think it's
had to learn this too.
It's slowly becoming the biggest lesson that every reseller learns. Like, what kind of expanding on what Zesty was saying earlier, like, we used to grab every piece of Tupperware out there just because we were so young and naive and just, you know, we didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
And now we like have refined the process to where it's like, okay, we're not going to pick this piece up because it's going to take too much work to get clean or smell good or whatever.
Your recycle container doesn't have the insert. We're not getting that one, you know.
Right. You have a better clear line of what goes and what will, you know, will stay.
See, I think it's like that with all resellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all go through this phase where we're just so excited to find something that we might make 50 cents on. So we grab everything. And then as we're going through it and we have these mounds of stuff everywhere, we're like, God, I don't want to list this thing. It's only going to make me $2. You know, I want to list that thing. It's going to make me 50.
Right.
It's like the time you and your sister went to the St. Vincent de Paul and you found those baking dishes. I can't remember what they're called, but like the one you found at first, Zesty, was like not enough profit or whatever, and then you found another set like later on in the video, and it was still like it was a little bit cheaper, but it still wasn't more profitable. And the old you probably would have picked them both up, you know what I mean? Just because it was in that category.
Exactly. Yeah. And I kind of see that, especially seeing, you know, you, Marcus, and Ray especially, but also you, Hilary, about like your level of comfortability of what you've narrowed down kind of what you're looking for, and you're much more comfortable about this, like paying for a specific like value or like I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words, but I
know what's worth my time, I think, is what you're trying to get.
Is this worth my time? Am I getting the right profit? Is the profit margin good enough for me to go for this right now? Your time is becoming more valuable. Whereas for me,
I do look for items that are more like a higher profit margin than like Marcus would, because Marcus is doing stuff in volume, whereas I'm doing, you know, just a few things here and there when I've got the time, since I'm busy with the kids and doing other things and stuff. So it's neat that we find different things that work for us too along the way. Like I know now that, you know, I'm not going to pick up as many Rock Band drum sets because they take forever to sell and I hate packing them, but I got to do it tonight anyway. Marcus is learning that hard lesson too.
I used to pick up a lot of clothes regardless of the condition, like peeling on the fabric or, you know, things like that. And then I'd have to spend an hour, like, you know, fabric shaving one garment, you know what I mean, to get it ready to list, or it would have like a lot of hair on it, cat hair, dog hair, whatever. It wouldn't wash all the way out, so then I'd have to spend a lot of time lint rolling. And now I'm steering away from that because the time that I spend trying to get one garment ready to list, I can list 5 or 6 more, you know. So I've steered away of a lot of things like that as well. And even at the beginning, like I was picking up a boatload of like stained Levi's and, you know, super distressed Levi's, whereas they still sell. I don't want to wait for them to sell, you know what I mean? Because not everyone wants a pair of distressed or thrashed Levi's. They do sell, but I had probably like 100 of them at one time. Now, granted, I've sold like 20 of them over the weekend, I still didn't want. I've had them for 6 months, So
Right. The more
Right.
unique the piece of clothing it is, the longer I'm sure you sit on it,
of
especially when
course,
it comes to sizing or the way it looks or the
right.
Yep.
branding. And I kind of see that, especially just kind of like looking, because I, for those of you who don't know, I have a very sedentary job. I sit behind a desk 40 hours a week, and
Yep.
and do what I can to be in the thing that I love, which is this. But some of that energy goes mentally to my job, and so I feel like because of that, I don't necessarily look at reselling as my job yet. It's still
Right.
that like fun, lucrative hobby. And
It's that way
so
for my husband too. Like Ray and
right.
I, our roles are kind of reversed in that, I'm the one putting the work into all the reselling, and my husband, he's the one working 40 hours at a desk job in our basement. And he goes out shopping and sourcing for fun because he likes
Right.
doing that part, but he's not the one who's doing all the cleaning, the photography, the listing and shipping and stuff like that. So it's like Ray and I are the ones who are like that. So it's the opposite in our relationship, but very similar. So I get it.
But
I
so
mean,
the booth is yours, though, right, Zesty? That's your
Yes.
thing.
yeah,
We have
mostly, yeah.
officially decided that I am the sole proprietor. No, no. I mean, in all honesty, at first it was really more Ray. He wanted to do it. He sparked that idea,
Oh,
and
okay.
then honestly, like I haven't really thought about it too much until right now, but the booth reminded me so much of my past experience working at a consignment store. Like I would stage, I would price,
Yeah.
I would research. So those little things on top of adding that to things that I actually like and look at, like I actually know about, it's much more enjoyable for me, and I could easily spend like 2 hours just organizing things, and that all of it, like even just like presentation makes a huge difference, and I didn't realize how much I enjoyed doing that until we had it. So I
That's an interesting little
absolutely
outlet then. Yeah, nice.
right, and
Yeah.
I love that. I honestly think that that's probably what my ultimate goal here with like our franchise, if you will, is to take that on the grand scale and like
Okay.
be the one who owns and operates and has maybe a couple booths of our own to also
Okay.
bring in more
Yeah.
funding. But yeah, having it be like owned, and I would be probably like the operation where he would own our YouTube empire. And yeah, but like basically what we have at our antique mall is exactly what I want, a small little business to be able to bring reselling into the community.
Yeah, I would.
Right.
I would love to see. I would love to get a warehouse space where there's a bunch of behind the scenes stuff going on, but there's a little space in front where Zesty could curate her stuff, and we wouldn't have to pay $200 in rent every month to,
Yeah.
to get that stuff out there. Because she
Right.
really like.
And it's
You
not
know-
even just the rent, it's also the percentage per each sale.
Yeah,
And
the
like
10%.
Yeah.
which is nice because then your company is using that 10%, if you are offering rent and stuff like that, to pay your employees. So you're not even paying out of your own pocket to pay these employees. So other people are helping pay for that too.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like we're all kind of doing it together. But
Well, you're talking a full blown
that's
antique mall
that's like
market.
the
You're-
ultimate goal. You're talking about like,
I'm talking-
hey, let's start in the middle here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Zesty
Right.
doesn't do anything halfway, honey. Come on.
Right.
There's no
Right.
half-ass.
She
It's
just
full
wants
ass.
to go full blown
full ass.
antique
Full ass
mall.
only.
Like, everyone come rent your booths. What's up,
Mhm.
Barter
Go rent
Mania,
your
by the
booths,
way?
yes. Oh yeah, my
Hey, what's
husband's
up,
saying you want
Travis?
your own Nintendo shop. Yes.
Honestly, there
Yeah.
was a show on, I can't remember where it was. I won't talk about it too much, but he's this really high-end reseller, which is mostly into t-shirts and a lot of pop culture stuff right now, like really name
Like
brand
90s.
stuff. Yeah, and like his tiny little shop was bringing in like thousands of dollars, if not every sale. Like every other sale. Not that I ever want to
Right.
go that high, because that's a lot of work, a lot of sourcing.
Right.
But
yeah,
like
that's very specific
it's
source.
We have
very
to pay people
specific.
to source for you
right,
at that point.
Yeah.
right. And there's a line where it's like it goes out, the business comes out of your hands, and you let other people do the parts that you like to do. And I don't think I want that in my
Right.
future. We like finding the stuff too much. I
See,
think
that's why I feel like you would be happier with just a storefront, like a nice storefront that you could curate,
yes.
versus trying to manage an antique mall. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but yes, I see you. However, I raise
That's
you.
not enough, Ray.
I raise you the fact that I wouldn't have to curate their stuff. They would have their
yeah.
own. That would be on them.
Right,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm just responsible for making sure it doesn't get stolen and that we sell
Yeah.
it properly. Like
Have you
when
guys
asked.
have a lot of problems with that in your booth area,
Ooh.
having things stolen?
Tell them the story. Our we got
Well,
stolen.
Well, our we almost got stolen. Somebody
Okay.
came into the old mall where we were at the old location, like, you know, whatever it was, 6 months ago or whatever. And they stole a backpack from one booth, and then they stole our Wii. We had like a Wii bundle in there from our booth, and then tried to walk out. And the lady, Sherry, shout out to Sherry, she still works at the new location. She followed them out into the parking lot, and I guess like either called the police and told them which way they were running or walking, or or gave them a make and description of their car, and they caught the dude, and we got our Wii back. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
You know, that can be a common problem with antique malls, which is, I mean, it happens, I guess, with any retail type store.
Right.
It's discouraging, especially like, you know, with antique malls, it is, you know, hurting the small individual sellers that's in there, not the people who own the antique mall. So shout out to Sherry for taking care of you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I also
I'm glad
just
you got your stuff back.
Zesty and I were laughing at Missouri Outdoors. He says your weed got stolen.
Your weed got
We were
stolen.
trying to sell
Never
weed
had
through
that
our
back.
Man,
That'd be really upsetting. No.
right.
it's really funny you say that because the old antique mall actually is now a weed dispensary.
It is.
So
It is a giant weed dispensary.
no joke. Yeah.
Giant.
Oh my gosh.
Because I don't know
didn't
why
know
they
that.
need all that space. I mean, I guess if they grow on site.
If they're
but, like,
growing on
Probably growing
site,
it,
they need
yeah.
a lot of room.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
crazy though, like, because I live in a very tiny town, like 40,000 people, and there's like 6 dispensaries.
Oh yeah, man. Big money, dude.
Already,
Right.
dude, it's
Big
crazy,
money.
man.
Yeah.
I was in Springfield, Missouri, and for getting a touch up on a tattoo, and I was so surprised to see how many dispensaries were there next to some other very political stores that are still up, even though that person's not in office anymore. It's just very interesting, the dichotomy of
Bit of a juxtaposition there, yeah.
yeah, it's also because Springfield, Missouri is a really great thrifting area. A lot of antique malls there too, and that's not too far from St. Louis if you're ever in the area. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I really enjoy thrifting in areas where it's very rural. Even if it's more populated, it's a more rural of like a country town.
You wouldn't love down here because it's rural AF and there ain't many options. You see, I go to St. Louis every Monday to buy stuff.
Right.
Yeah, rural does have a lot more limited options. Like if you go with us, I live in Manchester, which is the most populated city in the state. Marcus is
I'm
killing it
sorry,
here. Sorry.
guys. I'm really not.
He's really sorry.
No, you don't.
He's
Make that money. That's what this
Yeah.
is about. But if I go, you know, say 45 minutes north, I'm not finding lots of thrift stores. You know,
Right.
maybe once in a while I'll find some antique shops, but the pickings become very slim. There's a lot
Slim
less to choose from.
There's a reseller with a channel called Not So Slim Pickings.
Okay.
Is there really?
Yeah, but he's kind of a heavy set fella, so that's why the channel comes.
Oh.
That's why it's called that.
That's it's a play on words.
Got it, got it. Okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
funny.
Okay.
No, I totally understand. I grew up in a very small town. Reselling, there was like a Goodwill 30 minutes away, or you wait for the citywide garage sale, which I always waited for the citywide. You get your pork chop sandwich from the VFW, and then you get your little garage sale map, and you get going.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
But I wanted you to talk about like this, what you noticed about like the city versus like the county, and like how that like garage sailing is a little different there. But I wanted to say it before we left, is that next weekend I will be in Florida. I'll be in St. Pete's.
St. Petersburg. Okay.
Yes, I'll be having a bachelorette party since
Woo! Woo, girls!
Turn it up.
So watch out, get crazy. I want to go thrifting. Wow,
That's the best,
surprise! But like, I have great high hopes for Florida thrifting. It's going to be a little bit different than my Missouri thrifting, Illinois thrifting. So, but
Be
yeah.
prepared for very different prices.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
especially
But
especially
anyway,
Florida.
I
Because
would
this is the
love to
thing,
do-
right?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, Florida, at least Southern Florida, like you guys know, I'm a member of the Reseller Nirvana mentorship with
Hmm.
Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement. So Tech and Sports, he lives in like Coral Gables, Florida, and that is where all the like the Worn Not Wasted website started in his division of
That's right.
Goodwills.
Yeah. Yep.
The blue boxes came from his division of Goodwills. So Florida is
Interesting.
setting the trends as far as Goodwill in that
Yeah.
district of
Huh.
all the things that are starting to happen nationwide. So
Yeah.
get ready for some high thrift prices in Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I
good
don't
to
think they're
The
going to
know.
be like
biggest the
LA
biggest
high
flea
thrift
market in the
prices,
world
but
is down there too. So
Right.
yeah, it's multi millions of dollars a
Right.
year down in Florida. But they're not. With that being said, there's still tons of affordable inventory there. You know,
Right.
they
yeah.
And
can't catch everything.
let's be honest, I'm probably not going to be like spending a lot of time going, what's my profit margin here? This is going to
Yeah.
be, does Zesty want this? And is
Does
she
this do
sober
one?
Right.
enough to pay for
Not
it?
for personal
Right.
stuff.
Like,
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
right,
Yeah.
right, right, right. But
It's
Yeah.
more like, will this fit in my luggage?
Right.
right.
That's
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, like, if I do happen to see a citywide, division-wide sign
Yeah.
thing, like, I got
Mm,
Garage
it's
Sale
on.
Like for
Finder,
garage sales.
or honestly, antique malls. Because
Yeah.
that's just an event. Like, you can do, like, I'll get my little dumb, like, bride
The
to be
cool thing about
coffee and
Florida is there
just,
is so many elderly people there,
yeah, yeah,
and they bring all their cool stuff with them.
yeah.
Then
And
they die.
unfortunately, they
They die.
don't leave with it. Sorry.
Right.
No, I say that as someone. My mother and my grandfather both live in Florida. They live in the
Mm.
Sarasota area.
Okay.
My grandfather is 102 years old,
Oh,
still
Wow.
kicking it.
Listen.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, no, it's there's definitely in that area there is a lot of elderly people and lots of vintage stuff to be found. Sometimes they know
Mhm.
what it's worth,
Yeah.
but sometimes the yard sales is like grandma's selling it off for a quarter type of thing. So
Right.
Right.
it's
Nice.
kind of hit or miss.
Right.
Yeah.
But hopefully you find something good while you're down there. That would be a fun little souvenir, you know. Hey, look, I
Yeah.
got Tupperware at my
Are you
bachelorette party.
are you
Right.
flying down there? Are you
Yes.
flying?
I'm
So
flying
yeah,
down there
just
and I
make
have
sure
no
you fit it on your
fear.
luggage.
Yeah, well, one, it's mostly going to be like a stay trip, like a beach trip, so
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
really expect to bring like a bunch of heavy
A whole
clothes or
bunch.
anything.
Right.
And I don't know how much recording is going to be done,
Yeah.
but
Not
Oh,
necessary,
shit.
we
really.
could do like a tiny,
Some
maybe
things
little
may not
baby
be appropriate
thing.
to be recorded.
Ray, are you going too?
No, I'm not going. I'm
Oh,
not
I was
going.
about to
We're
say.
actually going down to New Orleans in October for my bachelor
Ooh.
party.
Ah.
So,
Now, do you
but-
guys have a date set? We need to know this.
yes, November
Oh,
5th.
what-
November 5th.
November
Yeah.
5th.
Remember the 5th
November
of November. So,
The 5th of
What was that?
November.
yes. Sorry. Sorry.
No, I was just thought that was
Were
funny.
we not supposed to
Um,
know?
No, it's great.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. She didn't realize. Yeah, she didn't realize the whole.
No, he was just mumbling.
I was
Dude,
just
I'm
I
not
was
going.
just
Can I
stuttering
come?
over my words and she had to make fun of me.
So, what's
Can I come, or
what
is this like
stinks?
some private event?
What stinks is that we're already like at
Yeah,
capacity
we're
for
we
our
literally
venue.
are sending out over the amount of
whatever,
people.
man.
We're
But-
sending out the over the amount of invitations that we're allowed in
Right.
the venue.
But
You
So-
have to share some of the
Outside.
profits, and then you'll
I'ma
get an
crash
invitation.
the-
That's how it
I'm
works.
gonna crash the
Crash
parking
it.
lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
Yo,
mean,
if you want to make it a parking lot party, Marcus, by all means,
I'll be out there with
Come
one
to
of
the
those
after party.
t-shirt tuxedos on.
come to the after party, bro.
I
Um,
mean, like, how are they really
Talk
gonna know
about
how many
tuxes, you can
people
hook
we
up
have?
the group.
Yeah.
Right. No, but like we are going to try and have like our ceremony virtual, and thought about sharing it with a few like of our community members and
Yeah.
stuff
Right.
if interest
Yeah.
sparks.
We're
but,
probably going to have somebody moderating the chat while
Right.
we're live streaming it, or just turn off
Right.
chat
Yeah, you guys
altogether.
do.
It'd be good
So
if
nobody
there's a lot
comes-
of families
Yeah.
that can't come, you know, like Zoom weddings and stuff like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
good for that.
so-
You'll have the, you'll
Don't
have
feel like
the
you have to
guy
share that with
officiating the
YouTube
wedding.
unless you're really okay with putting yourself out there like that.
Well, you
Yeah.
shared our engagement on YouTube, so
Yeah.
True,
yeah.
true. mean, I feel
Marcus,
like
you can
weddings are a little
come,
bigger.
but you have to be the moderator so you can be part of the staff. Okay, so all right,
Right.
cool.
Brush up on your mod skills, man. You
Yeah.
get a wrench.
We'll give you a drone to fly around and record people too.
I'd
How's
probably
that?
crash
I
it.
mean,
Don't
that'd
do
be
that.
That'd be kind of
Yeah.
funny,
You'd
actually.
be crashing that into Ray's head on purpose, though. That's the thing.
Careful, we need that.
It'll be after the events, you know. After
So
the
is Tate
pictures.
going to be the ring bearer?
He's going to be the ring bear. Yes.
Mhm, the ring bear.
Nice.
Wherever he is.
Nice.
Oh, there he is.
He's
down
there. He's down
He's
there.
sleeping.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I hate
getting
that
all the
sound.
alerts, man. I was all proud of my sales, and then I come in here and you're just like, cha-ching, cha-ching,
Our
cha-ching.
phones are
Like,
on
that's
silent, so like
'Cause
we
we're
don't
polite.
we don't get
Yeah,
any.
maybe I should. Okay, I'm
Zesty
sorry.
calling him out.
Message
No,
comes
no,
across
no,
loud
no.
and clear, guys.
I meant that as like my phone is on silent all the time, and so is Zesty's.
It
Like
really
our
is,
phones
yeah.
are never off vibrate. Like
Yeah.
unless
Mine's
I
also
know.
hooked up to here.
Oh,
Although
yeah.
actually, Marcus wanted a little bit of a virtual show of my my phone. We'll have to do that. We can do that privately. Can we video chat on Discord? I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Can
We
Okay,
can.
cool.
Okay.
So you know what? So maybe we'll do that, and we can do that just the two of us instead of taking up everybody's airspace here, because he was looking at different camera options for taking photos of all of his products, because
Yeah.
he's not happy with what he's got right
Well,
now.
so what I ended up doing was I took Bo Johnson's advice because he was just on my live on Tuesday.
He
I gotta
was,
watch
He
yeah.
had a Samsung Galaxy 8, and it was
Okay.
fantastic. He only
Did
got
you
a
find one?
22 because he broke the 8 and upgraded.
Right.
So what I
Gotcha.
ended up doing was just buying a Samsung Galaxy 10. It's got 128 gigs of space on there. The camera's got to be good. It's
Right.
just what, 2 years old or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
whatever.
better,
Yeah.
yeah.
Super new. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went ahead and got that, and because it was better me do that than spend $300 on a camera right now. So I figured if I end up having issues with the Galaxy, then I'll just say screw it and actually buy a digital camera.
A digital camera, yeah. Even
Yeah.
just like
Right
the little
now.
point and shoot ones. It doesn't have to be like a DSLR or anything really
Yeah.
fancy. I mean, we have a DSLR, but because my husband really likes photography, so that's why we have
Right.
that. I use that for photos for my Etsy shop, but I just use my phone for
Okay.
everything else. Though I did
And
upgrade
what kind
my
of phone is that?
phone.
An iPhone?
This is an iPhone 13 Pro, which has,
Yeah,
I'm sure you can see, it has the multiple camera
Yeah.
lenses. It has 3 different
Yeah. They're
cameras.
so good.
They
Yeah,
are
I have the
takes
same
excellent
one.
pictures.
You can't
Nice.
tell.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
But I do
But
too.
here's the thing, it's $1,000 phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So for me, it's like, it's a business expense. It's worth it for me because I'm doing so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That makes. Uh-oh.
Glitched out.
We might have lost her. Actually, you know what?
It may not be worth
There
it
she
to you.
goes.
Oh, she's
I was
back.
gonna say we're getting
I
close
froze
to the
again. I'm
end.
sorry, guys.
No,
It's
it's
all-
totally fine. Actually, Hangouts is making us only do an hour. We have to extend,
Yeah, I saw
get
that.
something premium. So I don't know why it's doing that,
Sorry,
because
man.
apparently I don't know.
StreamYard.
It's never done that for Marcus and I's.
Marcus is like,
Oh.
keep
This
it
is the
simple,
first
just
time I
StreamYard,
noticed
damn it.
But anyway,
But anyway, I wanted to
Yes.
say that if I do record in Florida, I would love to do a flea market. So maybe
Yeah.
a little mini Zesty goes to Florida episode.
yes.
But it might just be on my iPhone
Yeah.
because I
There
know
you
how to
go.
do that now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have the ability.
we have the technology. But
the
thanks for letting me come on y'all's show.
I
It's
mean,
been
hey,
fun chatting with you,
hey,
honey.
y'all are part
We
of
need to
it.
do this again.
Yeah, we do. We
Yes.
do for sure. Well, next week you'll check us out on Marcus's channel, same time, same day. We hope to see you guys then. Hopefully, the stream doesn't cut out while I'm saying this. But what's up, Mama and Papa Zesty?
Hi,
by the way.
Daddy.
Talk faster, talk faster.
That's my dad.
Yeah. But anyway, does anyone have anything to add before we depart? Thank you, Hilary, again for being on. By the way, thank you as well.
Florida Orange Grove. Got it. Writing it down in my brain. Thank y'all.
All right, guys. See you next week.
All right, guys. Love y'all, and we'll see you guys